Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. I hope you've all had an amazing Tuesday and a fantastic start to your weeks. Today we're going to be diving into a project that I am exceptionally bullish on, and that is Chainlink. I think Chainlink has such a value proposition, and those reasons why I believe that and why I'm so bullish are going to become very apparent as we go through this video. Chainlink played a key component in DeFi, the kind of DeFi explosion that we saw in Ethereum. They're now moving cross-chain, and I believe they're going to play a fundamental role in the DeFi spaces across the crypto ecosystem. So we're going to talk about a number of things in this video. We are, of course, going to look at what Chainlink is right at the start, just for people who are new to the project and don't really understand the value proposition and why Chainlink is so bullish, why it is embedded itself in the crypto space, so that when crypto grows, the demand for Chainlink will go with it. That's the real value proposition that we're looking at. I'm going to talk about some of the partnerships. You know, Chainlink has mainly been on Ethereum. I've been in Chainlink since 2019, early 2019. I think it was one of Tika Tawari's picks. I think that's what originally switched me onto it. And essentially, you know, it's done very, very well, but I still hold all my Chainlink because I believe there is far, far more to come from Link than we've currently seen. I'm going to talk about why I believe your sort of next stop for Chainlink, once it's gone past these all-time highs, which is coming. I'm going to show you why that is in the charts, is around about $100, and I think it's going to go above and beyond there. But certainly the next step in this next kind of impulsive wave to the upside, which is what Chainlink does, guys. It has these kind of big moves to the upside and then these kind of cooling off periods. It's just rinse and repeat. We're going to look at the charts and really show you why that is, and look at it on a logarithmic scale and the kind of linear scale to show you what we believe setting up, and if it is indeed setting up and plays out and comes to fruition, you're going to be very happy with your link. So really where I want to start is taking a look at where Chainlink is today. It's currently sat at $31.79. It has a market cap of $14.5 billion. And like I say, as DeFi evolves, as the crypto space grows, Chainlink is going to evolve and grow with that. It's embedded itself within the very fabrics of crypto. So what is Chainlink, for those of you who are new to the channel? Well, Chainlink is an Oracle platform, and essentially what it is, it's a data center. It allows blockchains to onboard off-chain data, so real-world data that isn't already embedded on the chain. So, for example, the weather in a certain country, or what's the price of a Ferrari in a dealership. You could onboard any kind of information with a real-time price feed or a real-time data feed into these blockchains, and blockchains inherently can't do that. So it opens up this huge world of possibility. It's why we saw DeFi really explode on Ethereum. And that's why I'm so bullish, because as it moves to other chains, as we see the DeFi spaces, which really not even started, many of them, and some of them are just getting started on other platforms, it's mainly Ethereum where DeFi exists, you are going to see Chainlink's demand just continue to go up. And I think this is correlated very heavily with the price. So Chainlink's something we're exceptionally bullish on. Go over to the Chainlink, chain.link website, which is the official Chainlink website, and they'll kind of explain it in a little bit more detail. But that's what it is. It's essentially a data system, secure, connect smart contracts with off-chain data and services. So it allows a level of reliability on these smart contracts that it's come from a decentralized, trusted, foolproof, if you will, source, so that it's secure and reliable, essentially. And it's given a lot of smart contracts credibility. It's huge, Chainlink. It's very, very underlooked. I think you are going to move up to $100 next. We're going to talk about why that is in this video. We actually think it's going to go beyond that significantly into the future, but certainly next, in this next impulsive move, before we see any kind of a retracement, I think you're probably going to see, or any kind of a retracement of significant magnitude, you're going to see that $100 or round about $100. We're going to show you that. So, like I said, the value proposition is that as the space grows, Chainlink's going to grow with it, due to it being needed. It's a fundamental part of the DeFi space. It's a fundamental part of many cryptos out there, and this is going to continue. And it is the dominant Oracle. Quickly, with it being on Ethereum, it's essentially the most dominant Oracle on Ethereum. It's monopolized the Oracle space. I was investing in a number of other oracles after getting into Chainlink, like Band Protocol for one, and they just never really gained traction due to this behemoth that Chainlink is. And this could be a trend that we also see carry out on other blockchains. So let's dive into the price, the charts, guys, and then we'll talk about some of the partnerships. And this is just another reason why we're so bullish. Essentially, I'm going to tell you right away what I think is playing out. This structure here is playing out on a bigger scale over here. It's very apparent, guys. And I'm going to show you that in a number of when you one thing that I do, one thing that I've been very accurate on so far is looking at charts on a macro scale. Short term, we might not get every single call right. I mean, what's going to happen in the next week? But long term, we've been spot on, and you can go back and watch the previous videos that we've made on Chainlink, that we've made on the crypto space as a whole, and we've got the direction absolutely accurate. And that's not a hard thing to do in a bull market, that is granted, but we've been here for 5 years, and ultimately we understand what's going on with crypto. There's something far, far bigger than just an investment proposition. There's a real technological revolution taking place, and many of the cryptos that you guys are probably in are going to be a part of that, and people need to realize that. So essentially, this is what's happening for your link. Computer's going to be a little bit slow, guys, so you're just going to have to bear with me. You're just rinsing and repeating, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get that spot on. Can you see the sort of structure is very, very similar. You know, you come up, you top, you come down, you sell off before then embarking. Can you see this? The structure is very similar. This is just played out. What you're going through currently is just played out on a smaller scale previously. And this is how Chainlink likes to move. It has these kind of big run-ups. This was, of course, March 2020, so you can kind of ignore that one. But it has these big run-ups, it sells off, and it comes back with a vengeance. You know, this is what's playing out here, ladies and gentlemen. It's very, very apparent. Let's get rid of that because it's been a bit slow. You know, what you're essentially doing is you're coming up, you're having this blow off top, you're coming down, you're making a kind of bottom, coming up, falling, and coming back. And this is what you're doing today. You come up, blow off top, come down, and you're off, guys. This is what's setting up. And we're going to show you that in a logarithmic scale as well, and where this potentially could lead to. You know, if we take the percentages of this kind of move here, that was 495%. You know, if we just do 490% very quickly, we're going to need a little bit more retail on the chart here, guys. We're going to need even more retail on the chart. You know, you can see getting to that $76 range. I think it's actually going to go above and beyond that. I think given the fact that this was on a much smaller scale, the way you're setting it up now is significantly bigger, and I think that's ultimately going to lead to the move to the upside. And I think crypto is really going to take off towards the end of this year. You know, November, December, I think are going to be exceptionally bullish months, in a kind of a kindred with 2017 and prior to that 2013. And this is what we're predicting. We think that this is just playing out. It's rinse and repeat, and this is evident all over the crypto space. They follow these kind of patterns that they previously laid out for themselves. You know, you can put ELLIOT wave theory into these, but this is what Chainlink's doing. What I want to do is quickly switch it to a logarithmic scale, guys, to show you why I believe you're looking at this. Essentially, you're looking at this kind of you know, $90 to $100 price for Chainlink. So if we draw this kind of channel here that I believe you're in for, Link, you can see that you have these points of resistance and these points of support within this kind of channel. And essentially, you know, we'd overlaid this bar pattern here. I'm going to do that again very quickly to kind of show you where we believe this is going. Can you see how similar these are, guys? Can you see the similarity in these? Of course, this run-up was significantly more steep. This one took a little bit more time. So the better thing to potentially do, ladies and gents, is take it from here, because of course the run-ups are different. Can you see how similar these are, guys? Can you see this? And this is where you're looking at getting to. Up here, guys, right around that $105 mark. You know, and this is going to really tie in with what we think is coming for Chainlink. You'll notice that this kind of channel is also getting tighter. This is due to market cap, essentially. You're not going to have the kind of volatility. As the market cap gets bigger, you know, you'll tend to find that the kind of moves to the up and down side will tend to become less volatile. This is just due to market cap, due to it becoming more recognized and bigger and established. But this is what we're looking at for Chainlink, and I hope you can see that what's played out here, this move here essentially you've gone through here, and this is what's setting up, and you're setting up to the upside. Things look really, really good for Chainlink, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're expecting. This is just on a charting point of view. When you throw the fundamentals in there as well, and just how much demand is cooped up for or unrealized for Chainlink, you know, the space has got a long way to go as a whole. If you look at DeFi and the people that actually use DeFi, it's very niche. You know, it's only really massively on Ethereum. You are starting to see it on Solana, Elrond, and a few other projects. Cardano, we know their smart contracts went live on the 12th of September, and we're yet to see that kind of DeFi explosion, but it's coming. You know, Chainlink are partnered with Cardano, and that brings me on to my next point about Chainlink and why I'm so bullish, because they are partnered with everybody. Cardano partners with Chainlink for Oracle services. I actually do believe, and I am in a number of oracles on Cardano, such as Charlie 3, but I actually think that Chainlink's more than likely going to be the dominant oracle. We're going to see a repeat of what happened with Ethereum, you know, where Chainlink dominated on other spaces, and that's because they've got skin in the game. You know, they're trusted, they're credible, you know, or they're credible, I should say, and that's why I think, you know, they're going to have that kind of clout behind them in regards to other chains and implementing themselves, whereas new, fresh oracles that aren't quite worked out yet, that are just getting started, it's almost a no-brainer for some of these projects. That being said, we do hold some of the oracles on Cardano. These guys are literally partnered with everybody. I mean, if we just scroll down their Twitter, guys, you can see partnership, Terra they're now partnered with. I think they've partnered with Avalanche as well. You can see, look at all these partnerships. They're partnered with Polygon. These guys are partnered with literally everybody, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason being is because Chainlink is needed, you know, and as the space grows, as DeFi grows, you're going to see Chainlink's price go with it. And that's the real value proposition that you're looking at here. And it's a huge one. You know, you can see that if you look, Chainlink Hackathon, you've got Solana. These guys are literally partnered with everybody. I can't stress that enough, and I can't stress how bullish I actually am on this project. And we have been in it for a long time. Like I say, we got in early 2019, and you know, we haven't sold a single Chainlink due to the fact that we think it's going to continue to perform exceptionally well. This is what we're looking at, ladies and gents. You're looking at this, you know, and you're on that journey. Let's get rid of this for a second and switch it back to a normal chart. Get rid of these lines. Can you see what happened here? You come up, you come down, you've sold off, and then this is where you start the journey. And you've done that today. You're on there now, you've sold off, and now you're starting your journey to the upside. This is going to be, I think, you know, once you take this level out here, you're really going to see that adoption curve. But if you focus on this area over here and this area over here, this essentially is where you are, guys. And this is what's coming. You know, you've got this big upside to come, and this, remember, played out. This over here is playing out over here, but on a larger scale. So bear that in mind. You know, we're exceptionally bullish on Chainlink, and I think you guys should be too. Fundamentals are there, partnerships are there, teams there, ideas and kind of roadmaps there. The white paper for Chainlink, very easy read, by the way, guys, if you want to read it. And they're kind of evolving what they're doing now with these kind of hyper or hydro, I can't remember, something, whatever means cross-chain, hybrid smart contracts, that's it. So that's really all I have for you in this video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. I just thought I'd make a quick Chainlink video. It's been a while since we've covered it, but ultimately I think this project's going to do very well, and I think it's got staying power in the crypto space. It really does, and we've gone over the reasons why. That's all I have for you guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. If you enjoyed the content, like, always appreciate it. So as a comment, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn that notification bell off. If you're not following me if you're not following me on Twitter, head over to @RealAllinCrypto. Remember, for those of you who hold Cardano, we do have a stake pool. The ticker is ALLIN. I'm going to love and leave you on that note, guys. Hopefully I'll see you all in the next YouTube video. Thank you very much for watching, guys.